Starting our practice today, sitting on a block, doing hip and spine warm-ups. We begin with some hip circles on the block, and then we move into a lateral stretch both to the left and to the right. To begin, place your block in the center of your mat. Place a blanket over the block just to make it a little more comfortable. You're going to sit up onto the block and take yourself into a cross-legged seated position. We're going to begin with small hip circles to the right. So making hip circles and feel through the hips as you do this. So you can place the hands on the hips to make it a little easier to follow. Really feeling through the hips as you make this circular motion. Relax your pelvic floor as you begin this process of unwinding. And then we're going to slow that down and prepare to change direction. So taking the hip circles in the opposite direction. Try to feel through the entire hips, imagining the femurs stirring the inside of the hip sockets as you do this. And you're gently warming the spine as well with this motion. So keep breathing as though you can expand through the pelvic floor. Then we're preparing to change to our next position. So you're going to bring your right hand onto the floor and extend the left arm up and over. Press both sitting bones into the block, and as you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, reaching further away. You can gaze gently up towards the ceiling and really feel that with each inhalation and exhalation, you're lifting the rib cage further away from the hips and allowing a stretch through the side of the body. Then changing sides, so we inhale to lengthen the spine and we exhale to reach away, allowing a stretch through the side of the body. With each inhalation, pressing the sitting bones, lifting the ribcage away from the hips. With each exhalation, reaching a little deeper into this lateral stretch. So you have 9 seconds left in this position. So try to reach as far as you can. And we prepare to come back to the neutral position. In the next position, we're going to do a single-legged hamstring stretch on first the left and then the right. We're going to have a rolled blanket under the knee to take a little bit of strain off the hamstrings. So rolling the blanket and placing it beneath the left knee, we're going to externally rotate the right leg, sit nice and tall, and then allow yourself to fold forward. As you begin your relaxation in this position, bring your awareness to your pelvic floor. Try to soften through the pelvic floor as you allow yourself to dissolve gently into this position. The lines of tension in your body may pull you in one direction or the other. That's okay. We're not pushing or pulling. We're just allowing a surrender in this position. So allow the breath to continue to flow in and out. Allowing that feeling of expansion through the pelvic floor with each inhalation. And recognize what you feel in your body. If you feel tension, invite the tension to dissipate. And then gently come back to a seated position, releasing the right leg, allowing it to extend forward and placing the blanket under the knee. And then you can externally rotate that left leg. Lengthen the spine and allow yourself to fold over the right leg. Try to find a position here that allows you to just relax. So you want to ease into the position, noticing how it feels in your body. And if you feel that the body is shifting a little in one direction or the other, that's okay. Just recognize that feeling and surrender yourself into it. And with each inhalation, allowing a relaxation through the pelvic floor, observing how it feels, and just allowing yourself to unwind as we prepare to come out of this position. So gently taking yourself up and moving the blankets out of the way. You want to take the blankets to the wall and come into a half straddle at the wall. So for this, you should bring the blankets close to the wall. So one is for relaxing your backside and the second you'll be placing behind your head. So you need to make sure that you sit really close to the wall before rotating to bring the legs up against the wall. And you can adjust the little blanket behind the neck. You keep the right leg up and you're going to allow the left leg to relax down. Begin to notice how it feels. So with that left leg relaxing down towards the floor, if you need a little bit of support beneath it, it's okay to place a bolster or a block beneath the leg. Try to surrender. Just witness what you feel in your body. Try to immerse yourself in relaxation and notice how it feels through the pelvic floor in this position where you have one leg releasing while the other just effortlessly floats above you. And then preparing to gently ease out of the position, you're going to bring your right hand behind the right knee and just help that leg up. Make sure there are no obstacles in the way before you release the left leg into the half straddle position on the opposite side. So allow yourself to meet what is in your body, noticing the tension, noticing where you feel the tension, and try to surrender. Imagine that you can soften through the body, through the pelvic floor, through the muscles on the inside of that left leg. Try to surrender a little deeper. Allow the tension to dissolve. Notice where your attention goes. Notice where your breath goes. And then preparing to come out of the position, releasing that left leg and just take a little happy baby. In the next position, we're going to remain laying on the back, doing a wall sleeping swan on both the left and the right sides. So releasing the legs from the happy baby, and then take the left leg, flexing the foot and externally rotating. Allow the ankle to rest just above the knee and come to your surrender. And as you ease into this position, notice where you feel the tension. Imagine softness and letting go. Allow your body to settle into the position. Allow your awareness to shift through the back side of that left leg. So around your gluteal muscles. Notice if you feel tension in that area. Observe the sensations and try to allow a letting go. Notice where your breath flows as you inhale and exhale. Try to release any tension. And then we're going to prepare to move to the position on the other side by first taking that left leg and gently releasing it up to the wall, drawing the right knee towards you, flexed foot, external rotation, allowing the ankle to rest on the left knee. When you come into the position, allow yourself to settle in. Notice how it feels through the pelvic floor. If you feel tension, I want you to imagine that it dissolves away with each breath you take and allow a deep relaxation. Maybe you can feel a difference between this side and the opposite side. Try to attune to what you sense in your body. And gently preparing to come out of this position, releasing the hands, taking that leg and just hug the knees towards your center, coming up preparing for a reclined half saddle, which we will do on both the left and the right side. So for this you will need to stack a block with a bolster resting on that block in the center of your mat. You can use a blanket for behind your head, which makes it just a little easier. Sit up nice and close. Draw the right knee in and internally rotate, allowing the foot to rest on the floor beside you. And then lower yourself down, making whatever little adjustments you need before you begin this process of letting go. So as you ease into this position, allow the chest to widen as the breath moves in and out. Notice how it feels through the hips in this position. You shouldn't feel any discomfort in your knee, on that bent leg, the right side. So make adjustments if you need to. Notice the difference between the right and left side of your pelvic floor. Try to surrender. And then gently bring the hands to the floor, come back up and release that right leg, extending it forward. We're going to internally rotate the left leg, make whatever little adjustments you need and rest back onto the bolster. Once again, allowing a widening through the chest. This is a heart opening position. Noticing how it feels on the left leg. You shouldn't feel discomfort in that left knee, so make adjustments if you do. Allowing yourself to really relax deeply. Noticing the pelvic floor. Imagine that each breath creates an expansion through the pelvic floor, allowing the tension to dissolve. And then preparing to gently take yourself up out of this position, pressing the hands into the floor, releasing that left leg. Come to a seated position, bring your hands to your heart center, and thank yourself for having taken this opportunity to practice.